We got another great show for you today. Hopefully y'all have had a great day. It's been kind of a weird weather type of day, but we all in the building. We got
yeah.
Nook. How you doing, brother?
I am sleepy and I'm warm because I just ate noodles in the car. It was so good.
I love real answers. Keep it real.
keep it 100.
Tony.
It was cool. I'm gonna give you the politically correct answer. It was alright.
That's a slightly different answer from before the mics turned on.
Yes, sir.
Artistic Rebel is back.
I'm Gucci, but I'm not wearing it.
Is that politically correct or is that just...
Oh, that's you can take that however you want to take it.
So how does Gucci Mane feel? He's like, I'm still Gucci. Literally.
I'm pretty sure they're wearing some other designer in addition to that.
His name is straight
no,
up.
they still got all that.
His
stuff
name
in
is
the
straight up
closet.
Maine now.
Maine, hold up.
Yeah. We got a great show for y'all today, man. Listen, we got an hour that we kicking it with you. You kicking it with us, whether you listening in the comfort of your home, from your iPhone, from your Android, Samsung. Hey, we're just happy to have you. Let me introduce our dope guest for tonight. I'll just say I like to bring dope people on here, creatives, artists. If we're not grabbing photographers, we're grabbing people who produce their own shows that are just creative and dope. So without further ado, I want to introduce to Bro Where's My Phone for the first time.
Hey.
He goes by the name of Young Chris,
Hey, we go down.
also known by a few people who also know him by Trap Thomas,
Hey.
another name. How's it going, man? Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Everything's going good, brother. How about yourself? How's everyone doing in the studio?
I think this is the highlight of
This is the
most
highlight
our
of the day.
days.
This is the good part of the day.
That's funny. That's cool. That's dope.
Because sometimes anything can happen throughout the day,
Yeah.
and we get caught up and consumed in it. It's kind of like, and just to let you know, we're all photographers in the room. We're all some form of photography, photographers and creatives. So we need outlets. And sometimes just being behind, we can talk with our photos that our work speaks for itself. But sometimes we have to let people know we have opinions, and we feel certain types of ways.
Cool. Hey, can I ask one thing? Can you
Yeah.
turn me up in the headphones? Like, for real? I always wanted to say that in the real studio.
He needs more snare,
Turn me
please.
up in the
Okay,
headphones.
y'all keep talking.
Give him some more
Say
snare.
it.
Turn me up in the headphones, B. All right.
He is whatever you say he is. If he wasn't, why would he say he is?
Right.
Bring the bass back down. All right, let the beat drop.
There we go. There we
All
go.
right,
Let the beat
feel it.
drop.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Feel it. I feel it.
Ab-Lib King.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Well, so how's everything going? And I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take care of you on that.
Cool.
As we get that together.
Everything's going great, man. To be honest with you, dude, like everything's really, really going great. I mean, it could always be better, but I'm always real like. Well, I'll take that back. Everything could be better, but I like to live in the present and enjoy everything that's happening right now.
Right.
Because sometimes it slows my mind down, and that's a good thing because like I can race nonstop, or I could be somewhere physically, but like mentally, I'm thinking about like 2 weeks in ahead. And sometimes I just stop myself and it's like, this is what like living feels like right now. And so right now, everything's good.
That's
That's
happy
the way
to
what's
to
wrong
look
with
at
that?
it.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Cut down on the stress and living in the moment.
I was about to
So
say
for-
that's a good thing.
For listeners that are just now listening, and this is the first time you checking us out, Young Chris. For the people who don't know your brand or what you do, just let them know what you do.
Cool. So I do a few things. First and foremost, I'm a dancer, a professional dancer. I've been dancing pretty much all my life. I started off at 7 years old, stopped at 11, started back at after high school and college. I went to college for 2 years, realized that's not what I wanted to do in my life. I was like, wait a minute. And I went back to my true love, which is dance. And that was the best thing I've ever done. That's the best decision I've ever done. I've ever made. Reason being because that was my true gift. I believe that's my true gift and my true calling. So if you know anything about dance, I started back at 21. That's a super late start to start dancing. I just had to play catch up and just train and work hard and study and make it happen. So dance is that. Through dance, I started traveling the world. So I've been to 23 different countries. I lived in Thailand 2009. I moved to Thailand for a year. Came back, started a company. So Sun Kids Dance Theater Company. I'm a owner and co-founder of Sunkissed. And through that, I started getting into more entertainment opportunities as far as corporate gigs, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, weddings, different things like that.
Right.
First, I was getting hired to dance at these events. Now I'm getting hired to MC and DJ those events. So now my portfolio has diversified. So now I can get hired as a dancer, a DJ, or an MC. I can facilitate your venue, or I can just hire the entertainment that you need. So I can do a lot of different things based around just my raw talents. And this is something that I didn't have to train. I take that back. I did have to train, but it wasn't something I was forced into, which means that I didn't like it. I loved it because I love parties. I love a good time. So
Right.
why not make that my job? So literally, I get paid to have fun. I'm responsible for other people having fun.
That's
Right.
And that's
dope.
what I get paid to do. And it's sometimes sometimes I forget I'm working because the party is that lit, and then I just hop in the middle of everybody. I've been knowing them forever. I
Right.
just hop in the middle of the circle and we'll just party. But with that same energy, I have to take responsibility and remember, yo, I'm not there to party. I'm there to actually
Right.
Right.
be responsible and do the gig and make things happen and handle myself accordingly. So it comes with maturity as well. So
Right. You
have
all
to know
those
where that
things
line
put
blurs.
together- Exactly. Then on top of that, I'm the assistant director of Inertia Dance Company at Westside High School.
Okay.
So I teach dance all day. So pretty much all day, every day, my life is consumed around my talent. That's my first, second, third, fourth, fifth job. I don't do anything else outside of entertainment. And it took it's something that didn't happen overnight. To be honest with you, for me to be 100% sustained off of my talents, it took about, I want to say 12, 13 years
Right.
of just consistency. Not 2 years on, 3 years working, 2 years off. Consistent.
Man, people need to hear that.
Consistent.
Yeah, right.
12,
People need to
13
hear that.
years. And last year was my year of I'm just a full-time artist. Everything I get paid off of, or everything that I have, or all the bills are paid based off of my talents. And that feels
That's
really
a goal
good. It feels really
for a
good
lot
to
of
say.
artists.
Yes.
And it feels really good to do, but at the same time, it's I have to be super responsible with that because I can get comfortable, you can get complacent, but I don't allow myself to make that happen.
Right.
Because I'm hungry. I'm always forever hungry. There's always something that I want. There's always a level that I want to get to. But I'm also appreciative of everything that I have and everything. I'm appreciative of everything that I have now and everything I've earned. But I see it sometimes when I get to a level and I look at the level, I'm okay, cool. This is cool. What does that other level feel like?
Right,
What does that feel
right,
like? I
right.
want to see what that feels like.
Right.
I want to see what that feels like. So that's where I'm currently at right now. Is okay, cool. This is good, nice. Woo. But what does that next level feel like?
Right,
I just want
right.
to
It's
experience
a saying that goes every level requires a different you.
that. Yeah.
So yeah.
I like that.
So yeah.
Like that.
I think it's cool that the events that I've seen you at, which was first, I think we've collaborated before. I was doing photography for one of your dance. What was it? It was a dance event.
Yeah.
that
Production.
y'all
One of my productions. Yeah.
choreographed, and just the energy that's in a room. It's kind of it didn't leave because I saw you at another event where you wasn't even dancing. You were the DJ, and it's kind of the same energy that makes you want to party with you, for lack of another word. Just be in a room, be in a building, and I think maybe is that natural for you to kind of create that atmosphere, or you just being yourself because you were doing it behind the DJ turntables.
Yeah. Man, I'm just being myself, dude, to be honest with you. I'm just being myself. I love the energy. I love I love just having a good time. If I'm gonna be somewhere, I need to have a good time in order to keep my attention. Cause I'm the type of person, if I'm not feeling it, it's gonna show, or I'm gonna say it. So I definitely need to be in a position or a mind frame to where I'm gonna have a good time. And my mentality now is, dude, it's dog, you have one life. Why not? My biggest question, even when I'm talking to my friends, something stupid comes up, I'm dog, why not? And we don't have a legitimate answer, then why not?
Let's do it.
That's the
like
reason
that.
Let's do it.
to try it
Exactly.
out,
So
right?
let's do it. And that's my energy with everything. And then I'm just being myself. Over the years, I've learned how to be myself. And this is once again, my second year, I would say, my second year of molding myself on how to be myself. If
Right.
that makes any sense without putting a filter around myself,
Right.
around certain people.
Right.
Of course, but being responsible of what I say and how I carry myself.
Yeah.
But as far as being true to my feelings and how I feel, how I want to dress, how I want to present. I feel like I'm starting to grow into that mode or that realm right now. It's like if you're gonna hire Chris or you're gonna deal with Chris, like Chris is what you're gonna get. If you want someone else, go hire that person.
Right.
So I'm gonna be Chris regardless, and I'm okay with like losing gigs or losing opportunities because they want something else that I don't want to be. I'm perfectly fine with that. I can sleep
Right.
well at night because I genuinely want to be myself. And that goes with everything that I'm a part of. Even at the school, like I'm literally myself. I'm the same person at the school where you see me at a gig, you see me DJing or just hanging out with my friends, like partying, dancing, whatever. It's the same energy across the board.
Right.
Keep the same energy.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
same
dope. And I'll
energy,
tell you
yeah.
why, because most people, especially art people and creatives, we have to have most people go to work, they have to be a different character than
Yes.
they really are.
Yes.
Right.
So that's kind of restrictive. And people who have to go to 9 to 5s and people who have to go to work, I would still rather go to work to be myself and
Absolutely.
that accept it, not I'm breaking a rule or I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak to everybody. I'm gonna be happy go lucky. But sometimes I've been in a 9 to 5 position
Yeah.
to where, man, he's too free spirited, whispering. I'm okay. I
the
live in a
office
bubble.
life don't
I'm at
like
work.
that.
I'm already thinking about. I could be in a cubicle thinking about going to Galveston because at one point in time, Galveston was the closest beach I can get to
Right.
Yeah.
if I got in my car and left.
Yeah.
Other people, man, he's too
But you know what?
free-spirited.
Even to piggyback on that, man, like just to be authentically you outside of just having a 9 to 5, just your everyday life. That's really cool for people to be that way because a lot of people can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Because they're always trying to like, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Fit in society, whatever the case may be. So they always kind of have to put on a bit of a facade. Like it's like they're being half themselves, but half something else just to kind of fit within this box.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
to be able to like fully accept yourself and live your life, that's really difficult for a lot of people. So I think that's like a really good accomplishment, man. Real talk.
It's a process. It's still
Yeah.
a process. It's still moments to where I feel kind of like secluded, and it's a mental thing. Like no one's doing that but me. And
Right.
It's based on the people that's in the room. So it's still a journey, and it's not like you just wake up one day and like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna be free. Whatever,
Absolutely.
whatever happens, happens.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
like
a
it's not.
process.
It sounds great, but that's not always reality.
Right.
I'm a little jealous.
But I'm just noticing that now, and then even in those moments, in those moments, I ask myself, I'm like, are you truly being yourself right now? If not, then why are you here?
Right.
Right.
And then that's when I make the decision. Okay, I'm gonna be free, or I'm just gonna leave because clearly this is not the environment that I need to be in, or I'm not gonna
Absolutely.
benefit off of no one in this room or just being in the room. Like I can spend this same energy somewhere else where I can truly be myself. So maybe it's not me. Maybe it could be the energy that's given.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't. And I mean, you're not responsible for changing someone's energy. You're responsible on how you react to it. And
Right.
so. And my reaction is either I'm gonna deal with it or I just leave. And it's not in negative situations or nothing like that. It's just like
Remove
I just need to
yourself
be
from-
like I just
Yeah,
need to be myself.
if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah, I just need to
Yeah.
be free. Just be free. Yeah.
So freedom.
Freedom. Give us free.
Right.
Right. It's,
What would you, if I put you right now back in, I'm going to rewind the clock. I'm going to put you in a cubicle, regular job, artist. What would Chris be doing at a regular job
I
doing?
think I seen the
Well,
Would you
what-
get fired the first day? Because
what's my job?
Your job?
Give me the job. So.
you do admin work, you do paperwork all day,
Oh man, I'm horrible.
8 hours a day.
I'm not organized like that, dude. I have paper everywhere.
You have a computer, you have a cubicle, you have people around you that you recognize that are, in the tunnel vision. You know
Yeah.
what that tunnel vision of work
And
is?
they
You know
have
what I'm saying?
social media restrictions on that on a certain website you can go to. You can't go to every website.
What do you do?
So what I would do, honestly, I'd probably find like the quickest way because I'm low key lazy, and that's what I think. But that's a good thing though, because I've read, I seen like I forgot whose story it was, but he was saying like sometimes finding the laziest people like benefits your business because they're gonna find.
I believe that was Steve Jobs.
think
Or
so.
it was Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, one of those
They're
two.
gonna find the quickest way
Yeah.
to handle that issue.
Yeah.
True that.
Yep.
Because they don't want to deal with it the whole time because they're lazy. It's like they want to go on to the next thing, and I truly feel like I would be that person to where I would find the quickest way to handle everything.
smarter, not harder,
And
baby.
it may or may not be the template that they want me to go through, but
Right.
like that,
Fastest.
it'll just be a consistent
You must have
conversation.
been one of those.
The
like
end
me.
goal
At
is
end
the
of day.
same, right?
Exactly. It's the end goal. Like,
what it's
I'm
about,
the
the
type of person
results.
that's like, give me a task and then give me a deadline and then let me figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't
you
do
either give
those
me
steps.
steps or
Yeah, I get that.
either give me the steps or just tell me to figure it out. But just don't micromanage me because I'm gonna figure it out. But it might not be in the way you want me to. So it's one of those two, A or B. Like I might want to do this. I might want to figure this out, or even do my work in the breakfast room, or I mean in the
Right,
lunchroom,
yeah.
or like,
Right.
outside in my car. Like, why do I have to be right here to do it?
Right.
So those will be my questions, I guess, to whoever's in charge. And I'm guessing based on their reaction, will determine if I have a job the next day.
I'm
or
about
not.
to say, now, if you're
But
doing
you getting the
admin
job
work,
done.
you
So
can't
but
go
then
too far.
that's where
Right.
this whole fast forward thinking comes from. Like how what company is that? Like Google.
I was about to
like
say
how it's
anybody
like those
in,
companies. Well, Google's the only one I have a reference of right now. I'm sure like a lot of companies do this, but they give their employees like a task and like figure it out. I mean,
However
like,
you get it
have
done.
You
What's
have
the
2
dot-
weeks to do this,
the-
this,
the-
and
the
this.
whole of
However you want to
.com
do it, you
area.
do it.
Right.
Like our facility is amazing. So like the creative energy is there. The vibe is there. The space is there that you need. We have all the resources you need. We just need you to get this done. However you want to do it, I'm cool with that. So that's what would be like the greatest template.
You're
but
depressing.
Only if
Tony.
only if every company thought that way.
Only if every company thought that
We're
way.
trying to get Tony. What word did I use?
Liberated,
we're trying
man.
To liberate
We're trying to get liberated, man.
through
Liberated.
I said,
Man,
but honestly,
opportunity
learning
and
Silicon
experience.
Valley.
But then again, it's a state of mind too. Freedom is not just it's where
physical-
you
Right,
at.
right.
It's a state of mind.
Oh
Like
yeah, you're
Harriet
absolutely
Tubman,
right.
Harriet Tubman quoted. She said, "Like I would have freed a lot more slaves if they knew they were free."
right.
That's crazy. If they knew
If
they
they
were
knew they
slaves,
were
I'm sorry. If they
slaves.
knew they were slaves.
Thank you, Danielle.
So like, or even the slaves that were enslaved, the people that were enslaved, they still created songs. They created music. They created dances. They had instruments. Like it was just different things. Like they had a whole culture going
Right.
with them being enslaved. So like,
And see, that's another, not to cut you off, but I did. Sorry, it won't happen again. How rude. Special guest. That's a different conversation with slavery. It's a different conversation that I enjoy having because we're only told like almost 1, 2, 3 of the stories up from those periods.
Right.
Yeah.
But you had to live within that. If that was society during that time, like it'll be crazy to tell you people finding entertainment while enslaved.
Oh.
You would think people would think that's crazy, but you lived in
Yeah.
a time period where was your life.
Yeah.
So I think what you said is pretty.
And they were mad intuitive too. Like, you know, the way the general society displays it, they were just people who just did work. You know what I mean? That was it. Bottom
Yeah.
case in point. I remember I was reading an article because I'm on this whole thing about empowering black women or whatever the case may be. But I saw this one article because, you know, I'm like all about the natural hair. I found out that a lot of them would do the cornrows and the braids and stuff in
was
their
a
hair.
map.
It was a map to freedom. Did not know that. You know, they don't teach that kind of stuff. That's crazy.
Explain.
Say what? Oh, did they? Okay, see, I didn't know
so
that.
here's a
Can
fun
you
fact
explain?
that I don't think anyone knows.
Okay.
So, are y'all familiar with cumbia music?
No
It came
enlightenment.
from African slaves. It's a Latin dance. Cumbia is a style of dance that came from African slaves.
Really?
Yes. The reason, so if you're familiar with cumbia, the style of dance, the cumbia is super basic. It goes side to side, and the reason that it only goes side to side is because slaves had shackles on their ankles.
Oh.
Wow.
And this is from,
dropping
if I'm
jewels.
not- if
It's
I'm
like
not-
Jeopardy.
If I'm not mistaken, it's either in it was they were slaves in Colombia. I mean not Colombia. Yeah, Colombia or Brazil. I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
it's one of those two countries. And I don't have like all the information, but I know that right there was like mind opening to me.
Right.
But
Right.
it's a Latin style of dance, but it came from African slaves.
Actual African
so
slaves.
the two cultures, mixed in the middle.
Right.
Because the Africans, they brought over their drums mixed in with the Latin drums and the style of dance that they created with their feet being put together. So they still had a good time at the end of the day.
Wow. Yeah.
They
I
don't
guess
teach
I
you
think
that.
what we believe is a good time. I want to say
Right.
like I'm speaking on
Within
them as if-
context of that time period.
Exactly, with the time
Right.
period.
Which one? I know you traveled a lot. What are some of the countries that you've been to that one you said I got to come back here, or it changed you in some form of something you didn't expect?
Oh man.
And I know I put you on the spot.
No, that's good. Hey, I operate on the spot. I'm in entertainment. The spot is where I love it. So living in Thailand, that pretty much changed my perspective on a lot of things, or just traveling in general. Like just stepping over the water for the first time or the first few times. So I started really traveling when Barack was president.
Okay.
So
okay.
I would go to a lot of places I would go to, they loved America because like they were in love with Obama. So like I'll walk down the street and be like Obama #1 is like it'd be like cool. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool.
Connection.
Yes, it's making a connection. Or so that's one aspect. Another, well, of course, living in Thailand kind of changed my whole mentality. It took me 6 months to get out of my American thinking. It took me 6 months.
6 months?
6 months. About half the time I was there, it took me that long to get over myself because I'm American.
Preconceived
we have the
what we
right
believe
answers
is-
to everything. We're
Right.
the right ones.
Right.
You should do it the way we do it. That's the only way to do things. And I had a hard lesson on how, like, okay, that might be your way to do things. It might be faster. It might be accurate to you, but that's not who we are. This is how we do things. And if you don't like it, what are you going to do about it? You're in my country. You're on my land.
Right.
You're in my territory. You're under my authority. So what are you going to do about it? So getting over that mindset is one of the hardest things I had to do. And that was my only time I had to do something like that in my traveling, in my days of traveling. Reason being is because I was only in certain places like max 14 days.
Okay.
I was in Thailand for a year. So like those 14 days, you necessarily don't have to really
You can
do
get by.
anything
You
professional.
get accustomed to anything, right.
Exactly. But when I was in Thailand, I had to literally like find an apartment, pay rent, pay a light bill, pay a water bill.
Wow.
I paid taxes in 2 countries. I paid taxes in Thailand and I paid taxes in America
In
because I was
America.
still an American resident, but I was getting paid in Thai. So of course they have their own tax system as well. Everything was completely different as far as like the culture, of course, the language, learning the language, learning how to operate in a foreign land. Meetings, business meetings, negotiating contracts, like everything was
Right.
completely different. Even my family shipped a birthday package to me for my birthday, and so customs took everything out individually and individually taxed it to where the tax was more expensive than what was in the box. And I had a huge issue with that, man. I was so I was furious because they held the package until I got paid it.
Wow.
And-
Uncle Sam has a foreign uncle, another cousin, relative.
Foreign cousin.
Take everything out the box, tax
They
it.
tax because
That's what we
usually,
pay.
all right. So the thing is, it's like a lot of places you go, they see Americans and they just see money.
Right.
So they seen an American and they seen money. So versus just taxing the box, they taxed every individual
each
team.
every-
Do they do that to every other person or just?
I have no idea. Like,
Oh.
I mean,
He's like, they did it to
they
me.
did it to me, so I'm sure
That's-
like it's not their first. It's not their
look,
first
look ready
rodeo.
to pull that card, boy.
Yeah, they did it to me, so I'm sure they did it to someone else. But just things like that, and I mean, like, so I did like 15-day visa runs. I didn't have a work visa in Thailand, so I had to cross the border every 15 days. So I would take like a 4-hour bus ride to Cambodia, literally walk across the border and come back to get 15 more days. So I did that every 2 weeks for literally
that's
for a
lot.
year.
That's a lot.
But I mean, that experience in itself like taught me so much about just the world. Just seeing the cultures, seeing the difference between like the Thai border and the Cambodian border, living in a third world country, in a developing country. Because while I was there, I spent a lot of time where did I spend? I spent a lot of time teaching and helping orphanages out.
Right.
So I'm around those kids. There's a difference between poverty there and poverty here.
Right.
You go some of our poverty looks like, and I'm not speaking on everything, but
Right.
like there's at least a TV in the house. There's
Yeah.
at least there may or may not be a car there. Like you have means to get around. Like it's something. There, like poverty literally looks like it's just like a roof over your head. So like
Wow.
looking at different things like that, even just with the food is straight from the field to the plate. Like, because they can't really afford the preservatives. They can't afford to do things like that.
Right.
Over here, like, the food is from wherever and it goes wherever.
A
then it
whole
gets to your
system and
plate.
process.
It's a whole system. Living there, like street food was the best place to eat versus going to restaurants. Here, like you dare not eat nothing off the street. People still have question marks. Well, our people still have question marks about food trucks.
Right.
It's crazy.
How people be like, duh, I can't say it. We're on the radio, I can't say it.
So, like, just the whole mentality
What?
about things. Food. This is me being greedy. I can eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, stuff in between, like for like easy $15, $20 a day. That's one meal here.
Yeah.
Food is a conversational thing there. That's because it's so cheap. It's like dirt cheap. It's a what religion? It's a Buddhist country.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I lived next to I lived next to a Buddhist temple. Like matter of fact, I can see it from my window. Like, and they do cremations in the temple.
wow.
So
wow.
like certain days, I would see like the ashes like literally falling from the sky. Like
Wow.
It's different
Now
things
that's
like that.
something that's definitely an experience that
Right.
the average person would never
not
ever
see,
even
right.
It
understand.
was so beautiful. But
Couldn't
the
even
thing
fathom it.
also with that is, everything they get, they really take it and they run with it. American culture, for example, I could speak on dance right now because that's the culture that I'm in, subculture. So America creates a lot of things that the world operates on, a whole lot as far as entertainment goes.
Right.
As far as dance, we'll create a dance style, take it across the waters, and it's thriving there. So here, a dance competition like a break-in or pop-in house hip hop dance competition, underground level. Who's going to show up? Just the dance community, a few more people. Take it across the water overseas. They throw a competition. Who's showing up? Everybody, because they're packing out stadiums to see people like compete.
Do what they do.
Over here, we're looking for the smallest venue and the cheapest venue because we're so quick to move to the next thing.
Right.
We're so quick to move to the next thing. Like if it's not trending, then Americans are not they're not interested in it. But the mentality on the other side of the world is like, I like it, I want to keep it, and let's make it a product, and let's make it entertainment. And because we have the support of the community, or we have the support
Right.
of like pretty much half of the world, so it's really unique and it's really different of how things are like night and day. And of course, the time is different. Time
Right.
doesn't change. When I was in Thailand, time didn't change.
Oh, wow.
So I was still in connection with my family and my friends here. So when the time changed, I'm like, I changed my time, but I was an hour early for everything. So it's fun.
Well, listen, we're listening to 92 KELZ. We've been listening to Chris Thomas tell us about his experience as a
Worldwide
dancer,
traveler.
traveling the world, international traveler.
World passport.
My passport looks like a mini Bible.
It's probably what'd you say? Tatted up.
Tatted up.
Tatted up. Let's ask. Was that an iPhone that you got right there?
Who, me? Yes.
Yeah. Can't talk. I got excited. I get excited. I went to that switching up a little bit. The grand opening of a Samsung store at the Galleria.
I was at the Galleria yesterday,
Was you?
and I seen
You
it.
didn't hear the music?
I didn't. Maybe I was
Well,
there
you
before
probably
she started
didn't.
playing. Because I seen the store. I was like, oh, that's new, and I just
Right.
didn't pay attention to it. I just kept it moving.
Kept it moving.
Yeah.
Man, I went. I was attracted to the sound, and it sounded like a party. So when I arrived upstairs, it was like a blue glow just kind of drawing me in. The music and the glow was just drawing me in. I've been
Don't let him get you, Chris.
iPhone.
Stay strong.
Minute. Look, when they find out you're a photographer, they hit you with the, oh, let me show you the S10. Do you know it has 6 cameras?
Do you
6
know it's
camera lenses? Da-da-da.
$1,100?
I'm an education and information person.
Yeah.
So I'm not I'm an iPhone. No. I want to know about it because I may have a customer or a client or a student who has an Android phone. I need to teach them how to use it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I had a good time. How has technology helped you or just connect with more people that's just not in Houston when you're in Houston, or if you share like your dance videos?
Yeah.
I thought they were popping. I reposted them.
Yeah.
But how does that technology have helped? How has it helped you?
Man, that's a great question. Man, without technology, I probably wouldn't be able to do I'll take that back. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. But the people that I meet while traveling, I stay in connection with them through social media. So we never leave each other's life because they're posting, I'm posting, so we consistently see each other operate on an everyday basis. Of course, with posting video, high quality videos, pictures, different things like that, it keeps you relevant. It also keeps your digital world interesting. So I just recently changed my Instagram profile into a business page. So now I see how many people actually come across my page. And
That's
this
smart.
week, 327 people have seen my page. Last month, I didn't know if like 5 people hit my page. So it opened my eyes a little bit more. It's like, man, I should keep posting because like it's encouraging almost because
Right.
like people
Yeah.
actually seeing your stuff because like when you work hard, you work at something, you want people to appreciate it, you want people to see
Absolutely.
it. So knowing that people are watching it based on the data that they're giving you through the page and through the technology that's provided, like it makes me want to keep going. And even with phones now, I shoot a lot of videos off of my phones. A lot of my pictures on my page are off my phone.
I'll clap. Give it up. I'll give it up.
So
that's bro.
if you
Where's
go
my
through my
phone?
page, I would say 75% of it is off my phone.
Welcome to the club.
Hey, and I have a few editing apps that I use on my phone, so the picture looks like I took it with a DSLR.
Right.
Or it was like an actual photo shoot, but I was like, nah, that was just with my phone. I was like, ooh, this is a nice shot. I cleaned my camera off. I was like, snap this. As long as the lighting is good, like it should be 100.
Right.
And plus, I'm using the iPhone, so you know how that camera goes. It's one of the best cameras.
Yeah, they take nice pictures.
Yes.
Take nice pictures.
Everything's a lot easier with an iPhone.
Me and my co-host over here.
Yeah.
That's how our show pretty much started with, because it was just
I
me.
like the name, Bro,
Just
Where's My
me.
Phone?
Bro, where's my phone? I rarely leave home without it. It's not a bad thing when I do. It's actually liberating.
I'm playing with the people, man.
So shout out to all the listeners that are iPhone users. Shout out to Samsung Cricket and everybody else too. Hey,
wasn't Cricket.
however you can. My thing is connection.
It's all love.
Just get when my first video editing software was Microsoft. What was the video software that came on there?
Was it Windows Movie Maker?
Movie Maker?
I was about to say, yeah, movie
Yeah,
maker
something
with the
about
I
movie
making
pulled
stuff.
so many clients. Shout out to Carlos Wallace. all of my projects that I was working, you use the technology that's available to you, and it's like, what do you do with it?
I was about to say,
So,
that's
sir.
like now.
what do you
Everybody
do?
use iMovie.
Yeah.
What do you do
iMovie.
when you're traveling and
Premiere.
all you do have is your phone?
I take my laptop everywhere I go, so
Okay.
I'm trying to get out of the. I don't want to do that anymore, to be honest with you, but it's still with me. I wish I can be like 100% like phone, but it's certain things a phone can't do.
Correct.
Just yet. I mean, also the screen is a lot bigger, and it's just sometimes more reliable. So I still take my computer with me, my dinosaur, I call it. A little
It's still
Still rocking with it,
Still Team
though.
Apple.
tablets with the keyboards.
Yes,
attached to it, you
yes.
can take one of those.
I
It's like the
could,
same
I
thing.
could.
Let me ask this question to you. Have you ever did a dance video somewhere, like guerrilla style, spurred a moment? Hey, this looked like a dope spot to do a video. Bam, let's do it.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's how stuff happens. So
What are some of the cool places that you've done it, that you've shot? Because I feel like you've been on top of the pyramids personally, because I've seen some cool spots.
I've been
I'm
to
like,
Egypt.
where is
I've
he?
actually been to Egypt.
Yeah,
I've been to Egypt
I know.
twice. I got chased by a dog in Egypt.
Hey, bro, you got
I've seen the pyramids at night. I didn't see it during the day.
During the
Yeah.
daytime.
It's like right in the middle of the
I
city.
could go out there and do a long shutter speed exposure. Oh man.
So some of the craziest places I've shot, man, I think every place to me it's normal, but I guess
Right.
to everyone else it's crazy because 9 times out of 10 I'm trespassing. For one, I love abandoned properties.
Oh,
Abandoned
yeah.
buildings,
talking to
alleys.
some
Oh,
shooters. We
you
love
crazy.
abandoned.
I think the craziest place I found, Sunkiss, we had a photo shoot, and the photographer told me, he was like, hey, I have this dope warehouse, but it might be like a challenge to get in.
Okay.
And he's like, it's a bando. I was like, okay, bet. For those who don't know what a bando is, it's an abandoned, like
Right.
something abandoned, like back to that
Yeah.
trap.
I was about to think trap house.
No,
Yeah.
it's something like a bando could be an abandoned house,
Oh,
abandoned building.
photographers
So
love
it's
the
called,
bandos.
yeah, it's called a bando.
Bando, they do.
Busted in the bando. So he says a band. I was like, okay, cool. So we get there, and he's looking around the building. He's like, man, like I think someone moved the way we got inside the building. So the only way right now is to climb up on the roof by using like a cut down tree. So we literally like the whole team, guys and girls.
How many people was in this photo shoot for y'all to?
Right.
8.
Oh,
that's-
okay.
Oh, all right.
That might
it's
be
about
quite
8.
a bit for a bando joint.
So
Okay,
we all-
if
we
you
literally-
got 6 out of 8 adventures.
We
you
hopped
good.
on the stump
True.
of that tree, hopped on the roof, walked across the roof, went in a broken window, had to climb in the broken window, got inside.
Shoot.
I mean, it was just stuff everywhere, but the
Scavenger
lighting
hunt.
in this warehouse was beautiful. It was amazing because it had the windows were up top, so it was early morning, so the sun rays were
okay.
coming in. So it was
Okay,
like
I thought
perfect
y'all were
lighting,
really trapping
perfect
at night.
environment. 9 times out of 10, someone's not going to shoot the same photo there, so it's a rare spot.
Right.
So we all get in there. We in there. I mean, of course, we're in there forever because like there's no time limit. We didn't rent it, so no one's
Right.
coming behind us. So we're in there getting like all the shots that we need. We brought some. What are those? What are those?
The
What are
light
those?
flares.
Those
Smoke bombs.
smoke bombs. We brought some of the
Ah.
smoke bombs, the colored smoke bombs.
Smoke.
Every day.
No. Smoke. Continue.
Sorry, I listen to
Continue.
hip hop. So we brought those, man. We had a phenomenal photo shoot. We had a phenomenal photo shoot, video shoot. We got all the pictures and everything that we needed for like that campaign for that year. Coming out of it was a little challenge because we had to literally jump off the roof of this warehouse.
Oh.
So it took me a minute because I was sitting there, it's like just psyching myself out. I was like, bruh, I'm not jumping off this roof. So
Wow,
but
it's
we made
like
it happen.
jump.
So like that's one of the weirdest and unique. I want to say weird and unique because like it's normal for us. That's a cool place to shoot. We shot a video in Amsterdam when people are getting off of work at this. I don't even know what this building was. So they were literally like walking across the path as we were like just like dancing our hearts out. I just did a video shoot Sunday at this empty lot in the Heights. So
Okay.
people are literally just walking by, like they stopped and just watched what we were doing. I had my drone, so they were kind of just watching like the whole thing. But it's literally like an abandoned lot, like anything abandoned. Like I'm all for it.
Right.
If it's too pretty,
Once
it's
again.
nice. There's no backstory.
Right.
It's perfect. I mean, I won't say it's perfect, but it's.
I
too,
know it's perfect.
For the artist
Yeah.
and the
Well, I
person
say
with the
something
eye.
I need something to pull, like how can I make this beautiful? How can I make this interesting? Like it's a
But
challenge.
It already is beautiful. Like I have a whole little Pinterest folder called "Beautiful Ruin" because like
Yeah.
it's all abandoned stuff,
Beautiful
but like it
decay.
has a story.
That's
Yeah,
always
it's a nice
the most.
story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are you with current events that are taking place in media and social media?
I'm up and down because I spend a lot of time focusing on what I do and what I love to do. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. So literally 365, my mind is spinning on something I should be working on.
Oh,
I should
you
be
creative.
practicing, editing, like looking for like
Right.
something. It's like I have to be consumed around what I love to do because I get bored. Even me sitting there watching TV, I feel like I'm watching everyone be successful while I'm not on that screen. So I get pissed off.
That's why I don't watch award shows.
So
Man,
I don't-
yeah, I've
I
been
don't
stopped
catch- I don't
watching
catch
those.
any of it. So
I don't watch award
the
shows
times
for
I
that
do
reason.
watch TV is like late at night, like I'm about to fall asleep and I can't find something like on Netflix, and I'll just like turn it off and go to sleep. Like that's the only time. Or if I find something I really like, or something that benefits me, like the most prolific show on Netflix recently has been to me Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh yeah, I
They're
like
sharing, like these successful people are sharing, successful entertainers are sharing so much information
They
in the
drop
span of 15
that.
minutes.
So many gems.
Tell them I
in
need
the,
the
in the span
password.
of 15 minutes versus like reading their book or reading their autobiography or figuring out how they, like in 15 minutes, they're giving so much information.
Yes, they
Right.
are. Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like I will sit there and watch that all day, but I have to like pace myself because I don't want to watch it in one day. Because tomorrow,
You're
like
gonna
one of
be
my,
mad.
I need some inspiration tomorrow.
Right.
But I watch shows like that. And also watch. I love crime. I love organized crime. I love drug dealer movies. For
Man.
some reason.
Doing drug dealership moves?
No,
Hey.
like
Wow.
I
Oh
like,
my God.
I like successful drug dealers.
Oh,
For some reason.
clarification.
Chris, you were serious too. I saw you.
You just gotta
I'm
make
like
sure
that too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
clarity.
So
my listeners be
my
wanting to know.
last, the last show that I watched, that I binge watched. I didn't binge watch it. I just watched it like one episode a night or whatever before I went to sleep. Was Ozark. They're
Ozark.
literally showing you how to launder money. Like it's like money laundering 101.
Almost step by step.
Step
because it's
by
stretched out.
Step.
Go to
So I'm
local.
like, wow. And to me, like, it's more like that's not even. It's not entertainment. It's information. It's
Right.
something that I've never like. I've heard of money laundering, but like, what is it?
Never knew what
I
it
can
was,
read on. I can
right.
look it
Right.
up, but I've never seen it in action. So it's like that's. I look at stuff like that as giving me information on how they operate, how they move like this. How do you have the poise to just like to do what you're doing and make stuff happen like a drop of a dime? Like,
Yeah.
I look at stuff like that because just like in certain situations you need that poise. You need that, like, you should be able to move on a drop of a dime. You should be able to do different things like that. So I look at I guess entertainment, and I apply some of that stuff to my life or what I'm doing. So
Right.
at the end of the day, it's more so it's still educational versus
Right.
just sitting there like just wasting my life away looking at someone else like make $1 million off of this 7-episode situation.
Right.
So that's what pushes me to watch TV, stuff like that.
Which
Everything
makes
else,
sense.
But I'm on my phone a lot. So like if I replace like my phone with TV, I guess it's still
It's the same thing.
A lot.
Yeah,
But I
it's
can
the same
control what's on my phone. I can just turn it off, scroll,
Right.
scroll, move around out of my face.
A lot of older generations, older people, they don't understand that.
Yeah.
They may say, you're always in front of the screen, but what is that argument when if you watch TV a lot? But it's not, I'm not even judging it, but if you watch TV a lot, you're looking at a screen, you're just looking at a older model screen.
Yeah.
This is something new, like you said. We know how to opt in, opt out. I don't know if people actually do that in life with people.
Yeah.
They break relationships, they cut them off.
Yep.
Just like your phone. I opt out of this. I unfollow you.
Say opt out.
What do you think about today's generation when it comes to sustainable relationships?
Woo, they're nice.
Okay, Chris.
Sustainable relationships.
It don't even have to be romantic
the
relationships.
next
just
mark.
It's-
friendships,
Yeah.
relationships.
It's tough, dude. It's tough. Reason I say it's tough is like out the gate, you have to figure out what's its place. Like, what's the place? Like, where do you belong at? When I meet people on business or they want to book me, that's your place. Like, I already know, like, that's your box. Meet other dancers. Cool. Let's work together. Let's collaborate. Sometimes based on I guess your experience, your availability, different things like that. Like, you have to find this place. You just meet a cool person. All right, cool. Like, what do you like? Where can I put you? And like everyone goes to that gray area. Like, start asking those weird questions and stuff like that.
Right,
And,
right.
And you try to figure out like everyone's taking like these baby steps to try to really get to know each other. Even with friendships, sometimes it's like
Yeah.
that. Or even when you meet, like in relationships. But because like it's so many like little baby steps, and it gets boring after a while, and then sometimes it just fall off.
Yep.
Or y'all run towards each other, and then sometimes like you ran too fast, and you fall off. Sometimes one person's running slower than the other person, and then that person passes them up,
Right.
or you miss that person. So it's like it's a challenge. Like it's a sustainable relationship is a challenge because like I guess you have to grow daily with each. Like, you have to
Yes.
check in with each other on a daily basis.
Yes.
Because like not checking in for a week, like how much information has come into your life in that 7-day span?
A lot.
A whole,
She ain't lying.
could be a whole like a lot of information has come to your life in 7 days that could have changed you. So like the next week, y'all have a conversation. Now you're on like two different like wavelengths
Yeah,
because
yeah.
someone knows. I mean, not knows something different, but like you've been exposed to a little bit more than you were like a week ago. So maybe your conversation is different now.
Right.
Maybe your energy is different now. Maybe you're poisoned, and that causes friction. Because no, we're not longer talking like seeing each other here. We're seeing each other like here. So maybe someone's talking down, or someone's saying you're not relating to me because like you're not on the level. So sustaining a relationship is tough, man. And I was talking to my homie the other day. We were talking about like communication. It's like when we're younger or in school, they always say like communicate like adults, or like the mature thing to do is communicate. It's like, okay, cool, that's the right answer.
Right.
So now as an adult, like I don't see much communicating. So what happened to this mature thing that you're like all these teachers and blah 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 we're talking about?
Right.
Because it's like it's still non-existent in certain situations. And also, and even looking at relationships like that, just look at the relationship that leaders set. Like, look at the relationship that the leader of our country set. Look at the relationship that the leader of your state sets. Look at the relationship that the leader of your school or your business or your church or like all those are examples of leadership situations that could or could not been influenced through you. So you take that because like, okay, cool, that's how they communicate. They're a leader. I should be able to do the same. So
I felt like that with
it's weird.
reality TV shows when they
Yes.
started popping off, and
Because
a lot
of
of
the
people be
writer's
like, you got
strike. A lot of people
entertainment.
don't know that.
Say that again.
Because of the writer's strike.
is
A lot of people
true.
didn't know that. Like
That is true.
they needed something on TV now when the writer's strike happened. Like just put these random people in the room, turn the camera on. They can't just turn off the TV. So
Right. I didn't think about that, and I know that was a big deal.
and so now that's why reality TV is so big now because it's cheap. Just put 5 people in the room. We don't need writers for what?
Cheap is a great word for
What?
it.
Like we need a few
and
writers.
then even what they are paying them versus actors, actresses who want a standard such
Exactly.
and such.
So
It makes- yeah.
it's crazy. Like get a bunch of people that want to be famous. So we don't have to pay them. Put them all in one room. We get the ratings as if they were famous.
Microwave
and we take
TV.
all that money and we don't have to pay them like they're famous. So it's more money in our pockets, less money out of our pockets because we don't have to pay for all these writers. We don't have to pay for a store. We don't have to pay for none of that. Put a camera in front of their face. Here are a few stylists.
Right.
Do something stupid on TV. Get 1 million views.
Yep.
Voila, money in my pocket.
That's the star.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
And people live their life off of that. They're consumed off of that. And I see those people. I won't say I see those people. I could come across people that you can see what you watch. And the crazy thing is like a lot of people say I don't like drama. I hate drama, but that's all you watch daily. So if you don't like drama, then why are you
giving it
like,
energy.
You consume
Right.
it.
That's what
But
you
I don't
eat.
like drama. Like don't get that drama out of my life. What's your favorite show? Just ask that person that. What's your favorite show?
True that.
Exactly. So it's crazy. This is why I don't watch. I won't say this is not why I watch TV, but one of the things. Well, going back to the TV is full circle.
Right.
And one thing about TV is I feel like if you have time to watch TV but you hate your job, like spend that time creating a job.
Yes.
Or creating a new skill to where you can get hired by a different company, create your company, or get hired for something else in that company. You don't necessarily hate your job.
Right.
You probably just hate what you're doing at that job. But all that time right there, like that's utilize that time. Like why not? Why not take vacation, not just to sit at home and go to happy hour every day with your friend? Why about not take vacation and like regroup and like create something or take like a week-long workshop of a skill? Like, why not change that time into like something productive? Because
You're making
eventually it'll
people
turn into money.
responsible.
Yeah.
Right. I believe it.
Like, learn a new skill. You never know. Like, you never know what can happen. So back to the relationship.
Yeah.
Full circle again.
No.
And again,
A full 720.
relationships, man. I mean, it's all about like the whole. Like I said, it's the communication and the contact.
Man, I love how you talk, bro. You just like it's you got the subject right here. You got the subject waiting on in the line, creeping up, boom, switch.
That's how I think, man.
The ironic part about communication and social media, you have like over 100 different ways to communicate, but it doesn't matter because your cell phone is a tool.
Yeah.
Social media
Yeah.
should be looked at as a tool, but people aren't direct. People would talk to social media instead of the person that you're talking about on social media. I just find that ironic. Just in the world,
Yeah.
I know you're in the room with most artists, and we would rather be creating something, any given day and
Yeah.
time. I know for me personally, I try not to consume social media because it's a distraction for me. Being the lazy word you said earlier,
Right.
It's easy for somebody who have their time, full-time, self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for me to do whatever I want, and it's easy for me to waste time. So why would I be scrolling on social media when I know it's always something I need to do to build my company or my bigger vision.
Yeah.
So I try not to like I'm happy for people doing their thing on social media. If anything, I'm looking at who I want to connect with, who I want to bring on the show, who I
Yeah.
want to open up to. So
So you have a pass to scroll through social media because you're looking for content.
looking for content, try not to spend too much time. Because you want to be a contributor. I
Yeah.
want to be a contributor too. Let me
Yeah.
put this creative thing out there There you go. Eat off of that or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we don't need validation from likes and comments. That's
Right.
fine if you get them. It's just an acknowledgement of you see it. That's cool. If you could create your own perfect world now, what would you add more of? Since would you consider yourself an artist? Would you?
Yes, yeah, I would definitely consider myself an artist. What would I add more of? Man,
I'm asking him SAT questions with open hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah, you pulling out all the stops tonight.
I would add, more. What would I add more of? More. I would add, probably more projects, more high end projects, more well funded projects,
like my science
more creative, 100% creativity projects, like. Just
Right.
because I'm a workaholic, I love what I do, so like it's fun to me. The same thing I do for money, I probably do for free. I do it for free all
'Cause
the
you love
time.
it.
I love it. I go out and dance all night, and that very next night, I'll do it like I got hired to dance. So I love what I do. So, but then again, that's not still. That's a good question, man. What would I? Because I can say that, like, right now,
Possibilities are
like, I'm
endless.
busy. Yeah, possibilities are endless. Like more everything that I love, whatever that is at the moment.
Right.
Whatever
Right.
that is at the moment, I would just add more. Probably more time to do what I love to do with my friends, with the people I love doing it with. That's probably
Right.
what I would do. Like add more of that. Like hire everyone around me for like a month at a time, 6 months at a time, 3 months at a time. Versus like, okay, we gotta get this done in like the next 2 hours because we all have our own personal projects
Right.
to work on. That's what it would be.
Sounds like us.
That's
Yeah, we all in the same space right now.
Right.
So yeah.
So, career projects, anything that you want to let people know about that you're working on or it's in the works?
What's in the works? So this year, all right. So I'm not sure if you all. I'm gonna go down the line. So the first thing I want to probably bring up. So a few years ago, my dance theater company, we did a show at a rock climbing gym called Moving Mountains. I'm not sure if you remember that.
I do remember that.
So we incorporated dance and rock climbing in a 1 hour seamless production with live poetry, and we also had an aerial silk artist. So the whole show was at a rock climbing gym. The audience had to follow the obstacle of the rock climbing gym because we were literally dancing on the wall, stuff like that.
That sound like
20
that was
feet
a
in the
dope
air,
event.
belayed off a rope. The show was super phenomenal, super unique, super creative. So right now I'm in the works of getting a sponsor. Matter of fact, I have a meeting in like 2 weeks for that corporate sponsor to fund it so we can do it again. It's already done. All right, and I tell them,
you
and
go.
honestly, it's like we're gonna do it with or without them again. So it's like I'm not tripping
It's
about
gonna
like
be
somebody
done.
else's money. I'm not big. That's one of the things. It's another keynote. Like stop waiting for people to like to make your dreams happen. Like it's not their dream, it's your dream. So you make it happen. You're responsible
Jules.
for the success and the failures of your dream. It's your dream. Yes, people can help you. That's help, but it's not their project. It's not their responsibility. If you have an idea, winners make it happen. Like pretty much, like find a way to win. Jordan
that.
won a championship with the flu. He made it happen.
like
How many of us called out for work because we had the flu?
Shoot,
So,
some of us
like-
called off because we
These-
didn't have the flu. We just
So,
said we
like-
had it.
So back on that like see if they were fun. If they don't fund it, I'm still make it happen. Period. Because it's my goal, my dream, my idea. Point blank and period. I'm gonna make it happen. Winners make it happen. So that's in the works. I also want to produce. I wrote out a short, like a 7-minute short film that. Once again, I'm waiting to see if I get funding. If I don't get funding, it's still going to happen. Nothing's going to change. So I'm waiting to see if I get funding for that, but I'm still going to make it happen. So it's already written. I have everything's wrote out. I just need to actually put it in the physical aspect as far as like recording it, taping it, different things like that. And off that short film, it will be a full production off of that short film. The film will be like 5 to 7 minutes, but the production will be an hour long, more elaborate, more material off of that short film. With that, and then I plan to do another show this year. It's not. I consider it a one-man show, but it's not just me. It'll be like me and 2 more dancers. incorporating DJing. So it'll be like a dance show, of course, but it'll still be everything will be around me. As far as me playing the music and also me dancing,
Right.
speaking a little bit, like a 1 hour interactive show around like my ideas and how I want to how I want to put that out. So between all those projects plus still having a full travel schedule, still working, teaching at Westside. Shout out to Inertia Dance Company. I think a few of them are listening and watching as well. We just came out of a competition where we kind of racked up. Matter of fact, we we won a whole category, first, second, and third.
Okay.
In the
Okay,
category.
nice.
We racked up. Yes, I like to brag. I talk.
Dang.
I
It
was
sounds
literally
like a passion.
You earned it.
so I was literally at the and I don't know like the dance teacher etiquette because I'm not trying to be that. And I tell the kids all the time, it's like, yo, like this is me. Like I don't hide anything when I'm at the school. Nothing. If I feel like doing it, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Like one time I told them like, if you don't go hard, just go home. Call your mom and go home. And this was at a performance, and the director, she was like, nah, don't do that, don't do it. But I was like, but that is just the passion of what I have, and I feel like just being yourself. So at this competition, like I was going, every time they called out name, I would go full out crazy. And like other dance teachers like looking at students and looking at me like, bro, I low-key don't care. I high-key don't care what you think, Phil. 'Cause
Right.
I'm gonna be booked regardless. So like,
There you go.
Right.
so shout out to Westside and Inertia. It's lit. So on top of that, doing all of that stuff, so pretty much that's what my year is going to look like. Is just pretty much producing, and performing my own individual personal work, and everything else is in between. So like I'm a big fan of producing everything that I want to. I don't really get excited or put in a lot of energy on being a part of someone else's project because like that's their dream. I'm cool. I love being a part of other people's dreams and being a part of it and helping them out and what's the word I'm looking for? And supporting however I can do it. But my main focus is always on like my dreams and ideas because if I don't focus on my dreams and ideas, I'll spend the rest of my life focusing on someone else's. And they'll be
Right.
happy when they turn 70 and 80, and I'll be looking back saying, "Man, I wish I would have done that." And that's one of my biggest fears is
Right.
getting too old and say, "Man, I wish I had done that."
Right.
Because at that moment you literally can't do nothing about it. So I made a promise, a pact to myself. It's an idea. If I want to fully put the energy behind that idea, I'm gonna put that idea out and I'm gonna make it happen. And also have my crew have a Coro anniversary, 20-year anniversary. The guys that pretty much taught me 90% of street dance that I've learned came straight out of Houston. They're having a 20-year anniversary next weekend, not this weekend, but the next weekend. And it's a competition. We're giving out thousands of dollars of money for like one-on-one competitions and different things like that. So I'm a part of that as well. I'll be in Hawaii next week.
Man,
Week after that, I'll be in San
your
Francisco.
photographers want to go with you. We'll roll with you.
Right now, forget school.
Hit that stunt
How
button.
can people get in contact with you? We got about 30 seconds.
How you get in contact with me? You can find me on Instagram, Young Chris HK, YUNGCHRISHK. Facebook, Chris Thomas, CHRISTHOMAS. You go to my website, SONKISSD.com, sunkiss.com, or you can just follow the hashtag on Instagram, hashtag Trap Thomas, hashtag TRAPTHOMAS. That's how you can find me.
Hey, from one creative to another. Thank you for coming on, bro. Whereas my phone is spending an hour with us.
Hey, no problem.